Hello everybody, welcome back to Dad3's story time. I always sing at that bit, I don't know why I sing it, don't I? Anyway, right, this one is called Just Wait There. Alright, I'll explain it again. Anyway, so, good story this one. I've had a vivid, is it vivid? I've had loads of jobs. Loads of jobs I've had in my career, right, in my life. Loads of jobs. I ain't always been a vlogger, honest. I ain't been a vlogger all the time, never. Right, okay, shut up, right. Right, well I was a still director. Yeah, I wanted to save a lot of money and this was the best job I could find. I could earn a good money, save up for a year and bugger off back to Spain. So I must have been in my 29, nearly 30s, something like that, you know. Still a kid at heart, I'd settled down and nothing by then, I was just a mucker and all that. Anyway, get on with the story. So anyway, I'm on a building site doing still erecting. We're about 100 foot, 200 foot up. And it was like a skeleton you build it. You build it up from the beginning, build it up, and by the time you get to 200 foot, 100 foot in the air, you're more confident in yourself, walking along beams and all that. And the beams are about 7 inches to 10 inches wide, you know what I mean? You get balance. You need a good balance for the job anyway. Anyway, this young kid starts there with us. He's been there about 2 weeks. And I can't remember his name now. I think it's good that I can't remember his name, but I can't remember his name, man. And he was quite good. He was getting good. He's quite strong, so he could lift the steel and all that, like, you know. And our job was the crane used to come over, put the steel in, between the stanchions, you know, the big uprights and all that. I put them in. We put 2 bolts in and all that, like, do them up. A gang behind us would come through, do the rest of the bolts, and that was our job. Anyway, this kid was one end of this stanchion, about 40 foot long, something like that. It was like a T-shape, about as wide as that, about as deep as that, with a T-shape like repeats itself. Like it's an RSJ. So he's plucking up enough courage. I can see in his head he wants to walk this beam, and he ain't walked it before. It's quite good. It's you know, about 150 foot up. You take a bit of bolt to do it. Anyway, so I've done my bolt and I've got my eye on him because I've got to explain, we fuck about in the building site all the time. Excuse my language. All the time. You got to. It just keeps you sane, I think. Anyway, I think on the story, Steve. Okay, so I can see him like so. I thought I'm gonna fuck about with him, like so. I can see him plucking up enough courage, a bit of sweat in his nose, like, and he went. And he got up onto the steel. He started to walk across the steel. And he got about halfway and I went, whoa, hang on, stop there, stop. I said, I haven't done my fucking head up, what's the matter with you? And he sat down and he still grabbed hold of it, fucking white knuckles, like, you know. And I went, I'm only mucking about. And he went, no, you ain't mucking about. You just do that to make so I can move. I went, I'm only mucking about, honest. And he wouldn't get up. He froze on the steel, completely froze. I had to go down, so get my governor. He wasn't pleased. And he had to talk him down. And it took him hour and a half to 2 hours to get this young kid off the steel. We got him a venture, we had a drink and that, and I apologised. Do you know what I mean? It was very bad on my thing, you know, it really was bad. But a couple of days later, he didn't turn up and all that, like, and he didn't actually come back to the job, so I do feel bad about it. But you muck about on a steel. You know what I mean? It was done up, honest. See you later.